Did you know that over 80% of people who use apple cider vinegar have no idea about its most powerful secrets? That's right. This everyday pantry staple, which costs just pennies per dose, is quietly sitting in millions of kitchens, hiding a world of untapped health potential. In fact, many natural health experts call apple cider vinegar one of the most underrated wellness tools available today. Think about it. How many times have you splashed a little ACV into a salad dressing or used it for cooking without ever wondering what else it might be doing for your body? What if I told you that this golden liquid has a long, fascinating history of healing, one that could completely shift how you take care of your health naturally and affordably? Why isn't anyone talking about the real power of apple cider vinegar? And what are we all missing out on? In this video, we're going to explore the remarkable health benefits of apple cider vinegar, especially for seniors, that most people have never heard of. I'll also share important precautions, including who should be careful before using it. If you care about your health and want to make smarter, more natural choices, you won't want to miss this. Let's get started. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. 1. Supports healthy blood sugar levels. As we grow older, our bodies go through subtle but significant changes, some of which we may not notice until they begin to affect our daily comfort. One of the most silent yet impactful changes is how our bodies handle blood sugar. For many seniors, fluctuations in blood glucose levels can lead to fatigue, mood swings, brain fog, and even more serious issues like type 2 diabetes. The solution isn't always found in another pill, but sometimes in a small, natural habit, like a spoonful of apple cider vinegar. You see, apple cider vinegar, ACV, isn't just an old folk remedy. It has quietly earned its place in modern health conversations, especially when it comes to managing blood sugar. Several studies have shown that taking a tablespoon of ACV before a meal can improve how the body responds to insulin and reduce the post-meal sugar spike that often leaves us feeling sluggish or unwell. It works by slowing the absorption of carbohydrates, keeping blood sugar levels more stable, something especially helpful after dinner when levels tend to rise in older adults. But this goes beyond science. For many seniors, this simple habit becomes a form of daily self-respect, a reminder that your health is still in your hands. That small glass of warm water with a bit of ACV becomes more than a remedy. It becomes a ritual. It signals a quiet promise to care for yourself naturally, gently, and with intention. You don't need to chase extreme diets or expensive supplements. Sometimes wellness starts with what's already in your pantry. Of course, it's important to listen to your body. Start small, observe how you feel, and consult your doctor, especially if you're taking medication for diabetes. But don't underestimate the power of consistency. A tiny change repeated daily can gently turn the tide. And if apple cider vinegar can do that for your blood sugar, just wait until you see what it might do for your digestion. You won't believe how connected your gut is to your overall vitality. Let's explore that next. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're with me. Now let's move on to point number 2. 2. Aids digestion and eases bloating. As we age, the digestive system becomes less efficient, not because we've done anything wrong, but because the body's natural rhythms begin to slow. Many seniors experience discomfort after meals, bloating, heaviness, occasional reflux, or that familiar feeling of food just sitting there. It's frustrating, sometimes embarrassing, and can quietly steal the joy from something as simple and sacred as sharing a meal. But here's where apple cider vinegar reveals one of its most underestimated gifts. The human stomach needs sufficient acid to properly digest food, especially proteins. Yet with age, stomach acid production tends to decline. Ironically, many people think their symptoms are due to too much acid, when in fact, it's often the opposite. Low stomach acid causes food to linger, ferment, and push upward, resulting in discomfort or reflux. Apple cider vinegar, with its naturally acidic profile, may gently restore this balance by stimulating stomach acid production and signaling the digestive system to wake up and work more efficiently. A teaspoon or tablespoon of raw, unfiltered ACV in a glass of warm water taken before meals can become a powerful support to digestion. Seniors who adopt this habit often notice less bloating, smoother digestion, and even more regular bowel movements. But it's more than physical relief. It's the return of ease, of comfort, of feeling more at home in your own body after a meal. You no longer dread eating, you enjoy it again, with peace. And yet, the story doesn't stop there. Because digestion is about more than breaking down food. It's deeply tied to how we absorb nutrients, how we generate energy, and even how our joints feel. Apple cider vinegar might just offer quiet support in places we least expect, like in soothing those achy knees or helping with that morning stiffness that seems to linger a little longer each year. So, what if this gentle golden liquid isn't just helping your gut, but also reaching your joints, your bones, your movement? Let's take a closer look at how it might be quietly relieving pain and inflammation where it really counts. You may be surprised at what comes next. 3. Eases joint pain and stiffness. There's a quiet kind of pain that comes with age, not the sharp sting of injury, but the slow, persistent ache of joints that no longer move as easily as they once did. Mornings can feel heavy. Steps become cautious. And everyday tasks, from reaching for a cup to tying a shoe, can carry the reminder that your body is changing. For many seniors, joint pain becomes a silent companion, but nature, in its simplicity, often provides support where we least expect it, like in a bottle of apple cider vinegar. Though not a replacement for medical treatment, apple cider vinegar has been used for generations to help soothe inflammation and stiffness. Its natural acidity is thought to support the breakdown of uric acid crystals, which can settle in the joints and lead to discomfort, especially in conditions like gout. It's also believed to help improve circulation and detoxification, creating a more balanced internal environment. Some people even use it topically, soaking sore feet or stiff hands in warm water mixed with vinegar, experiencing a sense of ease that's both physical and emotional. But beyond the potential chemistry, there's something deeper at play. Using apple cider vinegar is, in many ways, a practice in self-care, a gentle statement that you are still in conversation with your body, still listening, still responding with kindness. It's not about chasing youth, but about honoring where you are and doing what you can to live with greater comfort and dignity. Every small choice matters. Every simple habit counts. And just as your joints may benefit from that daily sip or soak, so might your mouth and smile. Because up next, we'll uncover how this same natural remedy may quietly support your oral health, freshen breath, and even help brighten your teeth, all from the comfort of your home. You'll want to hear this. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. Now let's keep going with point number 4. 4. Supports oral health with caution. There's something quietly powerful about the way we care for our mouths, something more intimate than we often acknowledge. For seniors, Oral health isn't just about keeping a bright smile, it's about maintaining comfort, dignity, and the freedom to eat, speak, and connect with ease. Yet as the years go by, many older adults begin to experience receding gums, dry mouth, bad breath, or weakened enamel, not because of neglect, but because time reshapes every part of us, including the most personal corners of our health. That's where apple cider vinegar used thoughtfully may offer unexpected support. Though acidic by nature, when properly diluted, apple cider vinegar can help restore a more balanced pH in the mouth. It's believed to have mild antibacterial properties, which may help reduce the presence of harmful bacteria that contribute to bad breath, plaque buildup, and gum irritation. For seniors who struggle with oral dryness or persistent odor despite brushing, a gentle rinse made of ACV and water might offer a feeling of freshness that toothpaste alone can't quite deliver. But like all things with power, caution is essential. Because vinegar is acidic, it must never be used undiluted in the mouth, and it should never replace standard dental hygiene practices. A simple rinse, perhaps once or twice a week, followed by a drink of plain water, can be enough to experience the benefit without compromising the enamel. Some also find it helpful to rinse the mouth in the morning, not only to freshen the breath, but to start the day with a sense of clarity and care. What makes this small habit so meaningful isn't just the physical effect, it's what it represents. It's a choice to keep showing up for yourself in the quiet, daily ways that matter. Oral health, like so much else in life, isn't just about function. It's about confidence, connection, and quality of life. And if something as simple as apple cider vinegar can support the mouth, what might it do for the body as a whole? In our next section, we'll explore how this golden liquid may play a role in managing weight and supporting metabolism, a topic more important to senior wellness than you might expect. Stay with us. 5. Assists with weight control. For many seniors, the conversation around weight often feels heavy, not because of the number on the scale, but because of what it represents. Changes in metabolism, shifting hormones, reduced mobility, and emotional eating triggered by stress or loneliness all quietly build over the years. And somewhere along the way, food can become less about nourishment and more about frustration. But what if there were a simple, natural tool that didn't promise fast fixes or magic, but instead offered gentle support? One small choice that could help your body find balance again. That's where apple cider vinegar comes in. While it's no miracle cure, research has shown that apple cider vinegar may play a supportive role in curbing appetite, stabilizing blood sugar, and aiding metabolism, all of which are important as we age. It can help slow the rate at which food leaves the stomach, which means you feel full longer and may be less likely to reach for a second helping. In one Japanese study, adults who consumed a modest amount of vinegar daily for 12 weeks experienced modest fat loss and waistline reduction simply by making this one change. But beyond what the studies say, there's something profoundly encouraging about taking control of your health with something as humble and accessible as vinegar. Mixing a tablespoon into warm water before meals isn't just a routine. It becomes a moment of self-connection, a pause, a reminder that you're still making choices that honor your body, and that every small act of care, especially one done daily, has the power to shift your energy, your mindset, and even how you feel in your clothes. Of course, weight is about more than appearance. It's about ease of movement, joint comfort, blood pressure, and heart health. And that's where the story gets even more interesting. Because what if this simple liquid could also support the very thing that keeps you going strong, your heart? Let's explore how apple cider vinegar might just lend a helping hand to your cardiovascular system, and why its role in heart health is far more meaningful than you might expect. 6. Supports heart health. The heart is more than a muscle. It's the rhythm of our lives. With every beat, it carries not just blood, but memories, resilience, and years of living. As we age, heart health naturally rises to the forefront of our concerns. Blood pressure creeps up, cholesterol levels change, and suddenly, decisions we once made without thought, what we eat, how we move, how we care for ourselves, carry deeper weight. In this quiet shift, many older adults begin to ask, what simple natural habits can help me protect this vital engine of my life? Apple cider vinegar is one of those habits. While it will never replace the importance of medication or lifestyle, this humble remedy may offer subtle support in maintaining a heart that beats more easily and freely. Early research suggests that apple cider vinegar may help lower LDL cholesterol, reduce triglyceride levels, and even balance blood pressure, likely due to its influence on blood sugar control and insulin sensitivity. When blood sugar is more stable, the heart doesn't have to work as hard to maintain balance in the body. But beyond numbers and charts, there's something symbolic about incorporating apple cider vinegar into your daily care. A small, mindful act, taken not out of fear, but out of love. A quiet acknowledgement that your heart, after all it's carried, deserves to be treated with gentleness and intention. That your well-being isn't about extremes, but about consistent, compassionate choices. Each teaspoon, each glass of warm water becomes a reminder that your life is still your own, and that even now, you are shaping your future with every step you take. And while apple cider vinegar may offer calm to the heart, it may also bring surprising stillness to your nights. If you've ever struggled with sleep or morning energy, the final benefit might be the most personal and powerful of them all. Let's turn to the gentle connection between vinegar, rest, and renewal. 7. May help improve sleep and energy. There's something sacred about sleep, especially as we age. It becomes less about just getting rest and more about restoration, both of the body and the spirit. Yet for many seniors, sleep no longer comes as easily as it once did. Nights stretch long and restless. Mornings feel heavy, not refreshed. That peaceful rhythm of sleeping deeply and rising with ease can feel like a distant memory. But sometimes small shifts, gentle and natural, can begin to restore what time and stress have unsettled. Apple cider vinegar may be one such shift. When taken with warm water, often with a touch of raw honey, apple cider vinegar has been used by many older adults as a nighttime tonic. It may seem too simple to make a difference, but beneath that simplicity is a quiet wisdom. ACV is believed to help stabilize blood sugar levels overnight, which can prevent the blood sugar dips that often wake people in the middle of the night, heart pounding or mind racing. Its natural properties may also support digestion in the evening hours, helping the body relax into rest without the burden of an unsettled gut. But perhaps the most powerful part of this nightly practice is not chemical, it's emotional. The act of preparing that cup, sipping slowly, and giving yourself permission to wind down becomes an anchor at the end of the day, a way to tell your body, you've done enough. It's time to let go. And when you wake up feeling a little lighter, a little clearer, it reminds you that healing doesn't always come in big breakthroughs. Sometimes it comes in small rituals done with intention. Now that we've explored these gentle yet powerful benefits, you might be wondering, how can something so old-fashioned still feel so relevant? In the final reflection ahead, we'll tie it all together. and you'll see why apple cider vinegar may just belong in every senior's wellness journey. 8. Who should be cautious with apple cider vinegar? In every health journey, wisdom isn't just about knowing what helps. It's also about knowing when to pause, listen, and ask, is this right for me? Apple cider vinegar, for all its gentle power and natural appeal, is not one size fits all. And for seniors especially, caution isn't fear, it's wisdom in action. As we age, our bodies carry stories of past medications, chronic conditions, or years of silent endurance. These stories shape how we respond to even the most natural remedies. Apple cider vinegar is acidic by nature, and though it may bring balance for some, it can cause imbalance for others. Those with chronic kidney issues may need to avoid it entirely, as the added acidity and sodium content can challenge already burdened organs. Likewise, if you live with high blood pressure or take diuretics, the potassium shifts caused by vinegar could quietly interfere with your medication and well-being. Digestive concerns also deserve careful thought. Seniors with a history of gastritis, ulcers, or acid reflux may find that vinegar worsens their symptoms rather than soothes them. And even oral health, a benefit we explored earlier, can be harmed if vinegar is used too frequently or without proper dilution, wearing down enamel that is harder to replace at our age. But here's the truth. Caution is not a limitation. It's protection. It's a reminder to treat your body like a garden, not a machine. If you're on medications or you're unsure about how vinegar fits into your unique needs, the wisest step is to speak with your doctor. Ask questions. Listen to your body. Start small. Let awareness lead the way. Because when used thoughtfully, apple cider vinegar can be a powerful companion. But when used blindly, even nature's gifts can lose their grace. So now that you know both its strength and its boundaries, you might be wondering, what does it all add up to? Let's bring it together and uncover why this humble tonic continues to stand the test of time, and how it might quietly support your journey forward. A gentle reminder, health is still in your hands. As we close this conversation, perhaps the most powerful truth to carry with you is this. Health doesn't always begin in a clinic. It often begins in the choices we make quietly, every day, at home. Apple cider vinegar, though humble and simple, is a reminder of that. It reminds us that nature, when respected and understood, can become a gentle ally on the long journey of aging well. We live in a world that often rushes to medicate every discomfort, to silence every symptom. But for many seniors, what's needed isn't another prescription. It's reconnection. Reconnection with the body's own rhythm, with ancient wisdom, with small rituals that say, I am still here. I still care for myself. A tablespoon of apple cider vinegar in warm water won't fix everything, but it might ease the heaviness after a meal. It might help you wake up with a little more clarity. It might soften the edges of your arthritis or make you feel just a little more in balance. And sometimes that's all we need, just enough relief to feel hopeful again. But let's be clear, this is not magic. It's not a miracle cure. It's about consistency, mindfulness, and patience. It's about learning to listen to your body, respecting its limits, and honoring its wisdom. It's about small steps that over time move you closer to vitality, to comfort, and to peace. If you choose to explore apple cider vinegar, do it thoughtfully. Start slow, stay curious, and most importantly, consult with your doctor, especially if you have underlying health concerns. You deserve safe, informed care. Growing older doesn't mean growing powerless. In fact, with age comes the strength of perspective. the ability to choose simplicity over noise, intention over impulse. And apple cider vinegar, in its quiet way, offers just that, a simple tool rooted in nature that helps you care for yourself in a world that too often forgets to. So perhaps the most beautiful part of this journey isn't the vinegar at all, but the fact that you're here, listening, learning, and still investing in yourself. That is strength. That is wisdom. And that, dear friend, is something no one can take away. Thank you for joining us. And never forget, your next step toward better health might be sitting right there in your kitchen. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.